What's going on, Jerome's day 7 train roll on, long down the line. But day 7 for the Minnesota Vikings practice. Talk about practice is in the books. Second padded practice, and McCarthy talked about how it's a learning experience every single day. There's a lot of lessons to be learned today because the defense was just absolutely bat bleep dominant yet again, and I'm not worried about the offense, right? Obviously, the offense doesn't have Justin Jefferson. Defense always has the edge over offense at the beginning of training camp, but I could just says more about this defense. Like this D, I feel like we can't even comprehend how good this freaking defense is going to be. My God, I don't know. Also, the fact that JJ McCarthy probably won't be facing a defense as good as he does every single day in practice can only benefit him. It could only be hugely beneficial for the Vikings, but it's rough. And I understand, like, the haters and losers, like, oh, J.J. McCarthy, he's the best. Boo. Kevin O'Connell, boo. No, I think it says way more about Flores in this defense, man. But a couple takeaways. Second full day in pads. They were in shells yesterday. First padded practice was Monday. Darisaw and Fries, they returned, so they both rotated in 11 on 11s. First time that Darisaw has been doing that, but rotating through overall, like first team offensive line together for the first time. It's fantastic. It's really good. Easing Darisaw back into that work, I think eventually will balance the scales. I think towards the end of training camp, I think it'll be more evenly matched, right? Even if Jefferson does not get back, but the defense just whooped somebody's ass. Defense was just after it. And standouts, you could list every single Vikings defensive player, basically. But Byron Murphy Jr. was in there breaking up passes, getting tackles for loss in the backfield off of the slot. Javon Hargrave might be the story of camp so far. Well, one of them, certainly. Where Hargrave, just having an interior pass rusher, someone who can get their own rush, as well as Hargrave. So he's been lining up intermittently at the nose, as well as, there's some snaps where he basically just absorbs the center. Like he forklifted Ryan Kelly today, so it sort of gave you flashbacks to Garrett Bradbury. But Hargrave is going to be good. Hargrave is going to be fantastic. Jonathan Allen has been having some nice reps too. Hargrave and Diamond Dallas Turner already have their own sack celebration together. It's good to see. Right, Diamond Dallas has been flying around. Honestly, should have had a couple of sacks, simulated sacks all up in there. AVG has just been flying around doing AVG type things, but just instant pressure in 11 on 11's work. McCarthy, tough to get a rhythm against this defense, and also Newton McLaughlin yet again 3 practices in a row for Mike Yeo. He had an interception. This one, a pick 6 off Max Brosner. Each quarterback actually had an interception today. It was kind of rough. But also, carry on my Jayward son. One of the people who had, one of the defenders who had a interception today, his was off of J.J. McCarthy. Also broke up another pass. Been working primarily as second team safety. Also got some first team reps. So it's important to note. Also got some first team reps yesterday when Harris and Metellus were out with a veteran day, right? Also, offensively, there are some nice takeaways. The McCarthy and Addison chemistry is real, right? And also, Addison and Okudah, who's clearly been with the first team offense, I feel like that's a good battle. I feel like Okudah is making Addison better and vice versa. It's good to see. But the 9-3 connection is going to be legit. And without Jefferson out there, Addison's going to have, cornerback 1 attention, wide receiver 1 attention, and that connection is going to be important. So this is basically what we're missing out on is Jefferson and McCarthy. May start the season a little bit slower than usual, but Addison out for the first 3 games. Getting these reps in now is really important. Plus, JJ does move and throw well on the run. Same thing with Max Brosmer, by the way. And we talked about earlier in the day that maybe there's some concern at the backup quarterback spot because Howell has not straight up not been taking care of the football. Rippin is sort of limited, but I feel like you could make a legitimate case that Brosmer has been the second best quarterback in Vikings training camp, and I don't think that it's that crazy. Now, yes, Brosmer has been mainly going up against the 3s, but he's been working with the 3s and the 4s, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Also, Giovanni Ricci is also making some plays too. going to be good. But overall, this defense, man. And again, this is probably the best defense that J.J. McCarthy is going to face all season, but they are racked up and stacked up. They're pissed off for greatness. This front seven, honestly, you almost don't want to say it. You have to whisper it. This defense could be legit. And we said, like, hey, maybe they're not a shutdown defense like the 85 Bears or 2000 Ravens. Maybe they're more like the 2015 Broncos that won Gary Kubiak a Super Bowl. Maybe they're more like the 2002 Bucks, where not stylistically wise, but they'll get pressure with four. Now the pressure, which four are coming? Also, they'll get turnovers. They'll score off of turnovers. They'll do a lot of things, right? But again, I like that we're not too down or negative about the offense because the early training camp goes to the defense, of course, and first team offensive line is finally getting their stuff together. First time they've been together all season. Darrisaw easing his way back in. Same thing with Fries. No Justin Jefferson. J.J. McCarthy, first training camp purely with the ones, but also this defense, man, right? I would be pissed if this defense was going to be bottom third of the league and McCarthy was struggling, but no, this defense has a chance to be top two, and there won't be two. If you know what I'm saying, it's going to be good. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. News and notes, Vikings training camp day 7. Day off tomorrow. Back at it Friday, Saturday. You guys are the best. To do. Skol, production value.